Hi, welcome to MBAROI. Hello my dear CAT aspirants, how are you doing? I hope you are well. I am Dr. Dinesh Nagpal, your verbal CAT trainer. I have got 19 years of experience teaching the CAT students. Today I am going to discuss a very important topic, how to read the Hindu for CAT. So stay there, watch this video till the end if you really are keen to understand how to read the Hindu for CAT and how can this reading help you boost your reading skills and verbal ability, reading comprehension scores, right? So let's get going. Sit tight, watch this video till the end, like this channel, like this video, subscribe to this channel, press the bell icon and share this video to the maximum people so that lot of people get benefited from this. Okay, so welcome once again. Hi future CAT toppers. One of the most common questions that I get, whether I am taking an offline class or a motivational session for motivating CAT students, I am doing an online live class, or sometimes I am doing a recorded class. Lot of times people in the offline class, people raise their hands and ask me, and in online class people text me or type in the chat box, "Sir, should I read the Hindu? How exactly do I read it for CAT preparation?" Yes, there is a lot of confusion which prevails in the mind of the students. And today I am going to clear everything. I'll show you how to read the Hindu like a CAT topper. What not to waste time on, because it is very important that you not only read Hindu, but you also need to know that what exactly you are supposed to read and how 30 minutes a day can you give a killer comprehension, tone mastery and RC accuracy. And apart from that, the benefit that I have not mentioned is you will also be getting amazing vocabulary. So let's get started. Why the Hindu? The point is that apart from all the newspapers that come in India, we are recommending Hindu. Why the Hindu? The language is formal and neutral like CAT RCs. Editorials teach you how to follow our arguments, understand tone and infer ideas, which is as good as CAT RC. You encounter diverse topics, economics, environment, politics, law, just like CAT passages. Remember, CAT is not checking your GK. It is checking your ability to read what you don't know and still understand the logic. So CAT is basically cross-checking or trying to check through your VARC section that if you are given some unfamiliar topic, are you able to read it and still understand the logic? Now, what sections to read daily? Editorial page, page 10. Op-ed comment section, page 11. You may look at headlines, but don't go into details. So if there is some murder has taken place, please don't go into that. Crime news, sports, you can read it for your fun. You can read it for your recreation. You can read news about IPL, etc., right? Hockey news, kabaddi news. It is for fun, but it will not help you as far as the CAT reading comprehension, verbal ability is concerned. Read only 2 pages. Main editorial, left-hand column, center column. Left-hand column is expert pieces, center column is guest writer, right? So, page 10 and page 11, editorial page, opinion, editorials, oblique, comment. You get a lot of information about very new things. So you could, you could get an article about science, technology, a breakthrough, research, and so many more. Now, example editorial topics. Should UCC be implemented? UCC is obviously Uniform Civil Code. Should UCC be implemented? If the author has chosen to write about this article or this issue, he or she will be presenting his or her viewpoint. If she or he is in the favor of, implementation of Uniform Civil Code, he or she will give arguments, and those who are opposing the UCC, she will or he will be countering that, right? So you'll get a lot of knowledge. One thing that happened in Hindu recently, one article appeared, climate finance in global south. Now, what is climate finance? Climate finance is the money that the countries spend for taking corrective measures on the climate issues. So you will understand a lot, right? It could be a new topic. For me, it was an unfamiliar topic, and it took some time for me to understand this. Inequality despite GDP growth. Now, this is a very interesting thing. On the one hand, we are talking about GDP growth. On the other hand, we are talking about inequality. Reading strategy step by step. Let's say today's editorial is the climate crisis and India's dilemma. This article has, or the editorial has appeared in the center page of Hindu. The climate crisis and India's dilemma. Now, what you are supposed to do? Step 1, you need to read the headline carefully. What is the core idea? Climate change and India's position. There is a tension, there is a conflict, right? So, core idea you need to understand. And if you look at CAT RC passages, if you are not able to understand the core idea, the central point or the main point, you will not be able to answer the questions. Read the first paragraph slowly, because in the first paragraph, the author, he or she will introduce the topic very properly. Don't rush. Underline the main idea sentence. If you are reading it offline, underline the main idea sentence. Otherwise, you can, do it on the screen also. Ask yourself, what is author saying? Why he or she is discussing the climate crisis and India's dilemma? Why is this important? Because any author will not write about any issue if he or she thinks that it is not important. India has pledged to reduce emissions but faces development needs. Right? India has pledged to reduce emissions but faces development needs. This is the central tension of the article. Step 3, detect tone. How? Is the author critical, analytical, or neutral? If he or she is using words like irresponsible, urgent, must act, suggest a serious, urging tone. So now the next steps, step number 4. Please understand this I am telling you one method of reading the Hindu. You can have your own method also. Vocabulary in context. Find at least 3 words: mitigation, carbon neutrality, climate justice. Right? Don't Google. Guess from the usage. You can do it later on the Google, while later on you can do the Googling. But while reading the article, you should not Google. Guess from usage. That is what CAT expects. That is what is CAT's mindset. CAT wants to understand from you that if you are given an unfamiliar topic, will you be able to understand it or not? See, in most of the cases, we might know 60 to 70% of the direct meaning. Vocabulary, we might know 70% words, but still we are able to understand the 100% passage, and that is you should train yourself to guess from the usage. Step 5, summarize. So this editorial is arguing that India needs to balance development with urgent climate action. Simply, if you are able to summarize it, if you are able to summarize in one sentence, there will be no problem at all. Ask inference question. Inference questions, right? Frame it yourself. You become a CAT examiner. After you have read the passage, you frame the questions. Is the author in favor of global climate and agreements? What we can infer about the author's belief in India's responsibility? These are CAT style inference skills, and that is what we are looking at. 99.9 percentile in VARC section of CAT. How to build a 30-minute routine. Daily routine, 30 minutes. Read 2 editorials at least from varied topics. Mark tone. Look at the main idea. 5 vocabulary words, at least 5 vocabulary words you need to learn. And how do you learn it? You should learn it in the wow approach, a web of words. So if you have looked at, let's say, mitigate, you should look at its antonyms, look at its synonyms and usage in different usage. Write a 3-line summary, max. Please look at the statement that I have made. You don't need 5 hours of reading. What you need is deep engagement for 30 minutes. Quality over quantity. Quality matters. You might, read so many storybooks, but you will not get anything as far as CAT VARC preparation is concerned. But a serious 30 minutes Hindu reading. Obviously, I have also, talked about Aeon essays, which is very important. It's a different video that you can watch, and we'll provide the link in this video also. Which mistakes are you supposed to avoid? Reading full newspaper is waste of time. Skipping difficult articles, you are missing an opportunity to upgrade your skill as far as the CAT VARC is concerned. Reading for GK is not the goal for CAT VARC prep. Obviously, interview, you require some kind of general awareness, but as far as CAT VARC is concerned, you are not reading it for GK, you are reading for content, you are reading for better comprehension, understanding the tone, and getting better vocabulary. So what you're supposed to do? Focus on arguments, work on your stamina, and the most important thing is read what makes you uncomfortable. That is what helps you grow. If you are able to read uncomfortable article at least 5 times a week, uncomfortable when I means you can read an unfamiliar article, unfamiliar theme, the theme that you don't know, the areas that you are not comfortable. Supposing you are a science student and you are reading article about economics, you are your BBA student or BCom student and reading articles about technology. That is what is uncomfortable for you. Final tips plus call to action. Remember, the Hindu isn't just a newspaper. It is your free RC coach. Give it 30 minutes a day, and in 90 days, you will be reading like a pro. Like this video, comment below with the article you will read tomorrow. Maybe you are watching it in the evening, late evening. If you are watching it in the morning, you start reading right now. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And I'll see you next time with another CAT VA RC masterclass. And please remember, there is only one way to success, and it is called hard work. So if you want to really do well in CAT, getting 99.9 percentile in all the sections, you must do hard work, but you must know how to do the right kind of hard work. So reading the Hindu, I have already explained to you. I have already made some videos on month-wise study plan, how to get VARC 99.9 percentile. And then also I have, given to you as a CAT 2024 analysis, Aeon essays and whatnot. The list is exhaustive. Keep watching this channel, MBAROI, and make sure that your CAT preparation is right and in the right direction with a good mentor. Thank you so much.